What's up, everybody? Welcome to the official PlayStation podcast of the KT Data Network. This week on the LittleBigKast, we run Jeffless. Rachel and Robin wiener out on Mechromancers,
None of those things have wieners.
but somehow they do it. And Drew does the deed. Finally.
What's in the box?
Welcome, everybody. Hello, what's up, everybody? Welcome to LittleBigKast. It's us once again.
Yay.
Yes. Your PlayStation podcast, the official PlayStation podcast of the KT Data Network. Joining me today, I'm Drew Tyler, BT Dubs, is Rachel Hernandez.
I'm Rachel
The one, the
Hernandez.
only. I know, Jeff always gives you like some fancy
So he always gives you some
adjective.
fancy-
So you get to
Yep.
be fancy today.
Yay.
The illustrious and the beautiful. Welcome, Robin Hazlett, to
lovely.
the whole
Hi.
team. And I get to be the old man in the back. All right. So we are excited for today. We got lots of stuff to talk about. We'll catch up on all of our weeks and all the things that we've done. We'll talk games, and we have news, of course. Lots of news, big news, small news, and then our indie game of the week, which was Unfinished Swan. So we'd love to hear your thoughts on that if you've played it, so you can tell us what you think. Was that a swan head?
This is swan neck. It's like, I remember like when you're like trying to learn basketball, it's like, remember the gooseneck. You have to follow through. You have to do the gooseneck.
never
Like,
learned
this
the
is
goose.
Swan-ish.
I never learned it either.
I must have never. That's why I didn't play ball. That's how I ended up playing video games.
Yeah, well, that's because it's like, I did the thing that you told me to do, and it's still not, forget this.
It looks like a swan.
That's fantastic. That's what I'll tell my kids. Now I can teach basketball because I know the swan technique. Into the show. Let's run down the rundown. Rachel, why don't you just kick us off? What's your week like?
Well, my pal bought me the DLC for Borderlands 2.
Oh.
So that's
Mr. Laffy Taffy.
Yes.
If I remember right, that was a night that we had said, "Hey, let's get on. And we'll play all characters. We'll play we'll play Destiny together."
Almost.
Yes.
And
I
then
was close.
The message came back. It was like, "No, Borderlands DLC."
Mechromancer is
Yeah.
all I have to say about that.
It's pretty sweet. It's pretty cool.
I will be buying the handsome bundle. I'll be
Yes.
splitting it with Glenn. We're gonna do up.
Cute.
Yeah, cute. Yeah,
It's
right.
great. It's so great. But
Awesome.
he had told me, he was like, hey, DLC went on sale. I'm going to buy it. And then I went home to go purchase it. And then sure enough, I had an email that said it was purchased for me.
Oh.
So I downloaded it and we started the game. We started the game over. He has picked the Psycho class and I have picked the Mechromancer class. And
Yep.
she is so cool.
I want to be her friend.
I know,
It's
that's
just
it.
like, you're me. It's like,
It's
murder us. It's like, yes, yes, yes.
That is me. And yeah, she has this sweet pet robot.
Death
that
trap?
just wrecks. He just wrecks. And homie's jealous because he does not have. He's like, that's like cheating. You're having something else go and kill your stuff for you. And I'm like, yeah,
That's part
but it's my pet. So
Yes, she's a Mechromancer. She rises.
I also had a really tough experience. So I've been excited about this Borderlands too. I also have another coworker that's been playing Destiny on his Xbox One. And I was like, oh, I've been playing Borderlands. Picked a Mechromancer class, and one of my coworkers who has nothing to do with video games is like, what's a Necromancer? And I'm like,
It's kind of like a double latte.
it's like, I know, right? Well,
Triple mocha, I don't know these things.
well, I was like, do you know what a She's like, I know what a Necromancer is. And I was like, well, it's,
Does she have like,
I know. She was like, pish posh, like, and so I was like, well, it's kind of like that, except it's like a mechanical robot. And everyone was quiet, and I just looked around, and everyone at my work was just staring at me, and I was like, yes, I know. It was really cool. I'm gonna go to the back now. So
you don't
thank you,
understand.
good night. Don't ask. It's like trying to explain what keyblades are to
Yeah.
someone who asked
Yeah.
about my tattoos. I'm like, they're just really pretty keys.
Yeah.
That's it.
We're not going to get anywhere unless you want to have like a full 30-minute discussion with pictures and a slideshow.
Right, that's pretty much how it goes. So, also played Unfinished Swan, and that. So yeah, it's been a pretty good. It's been a pretty good week.
That's a good week. It's not a
Right?
bad week at all. Robin, what has your week been?
My week, as far as my gaming world, has been Borderlands, the pre-sequel. And it's like the coolest.
The Telltale style.
No, that's Tales from the Borderland. That's what I also played.
Oh.
All the Borderlands.
Forgot the
Play
prequel.
all the Borderlands.
Not that part.
So I played the second episode, Atlas Mugged. So like I just shrugged to see what they're
These guys are witty.
Yeah, super witty. And the witty thing that I found in Borderlands pre-sequel is that there's a little faction called the Darksiders. You're playing on Pandora's moon, Elpis. And so you're messing around and you're like, oh, we have to go and meet this rival gang, the Darksiders. And they have like this little triangle on this, and it has like 3 different colors shooting out of it. And I'm like, Darksiders, like dark side of the moon that I'm playing on. Oh!
Nice.
Do we get the reference?
So
If you don't get the reference, you can't be my friend.
You can go home now.
It's like, this is my litmus test. So I had like a Borderlands-filled week, and then revisited Unfinished Swan because I had played it actually at Fantastic Fest a little bit, and just messed around with it, and then got it when it released. So it was a nice little refresher of like, oh, I have my little PlayStation Move controller, because we remember those things, right?
Yes, that's the fun part of it, yeah.
Yes, and so I was just like, oh, my little thing is lighting up blue, and I'm pulling the trigger. Shoot all the things.
Eat all the things, yes.
Yes.
I remember this.
Oh, and Drew, what about you?
Yes, I'm very curious.
Well, you know, you guys are so excited to hear my week.
Because he's been teasing it.
know.
Last night I just put in our little back channel chat, I just said the deed is done. And then I had to go put the girls to
that's
bed
it.
and work on other things.
And
so.
Jeff lost his mind.
He
What's
did.
the deed?
What's
Still
the
is.
deed?
What's in the box?
It was pretty funny. So, the deed is that Robin posted one of the best deals for buying a PS4.
I win, Katie. I win.
Katie's been posting these for weeks and weeks. Like, get this,
Yeah.
get this. So you posted, it was just a normal little bundle, but with the Groupon deal, it was like, you get Last of Us download plus like $50 off or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I got it for like $3.49 or something. I did it. It is shipping and on its way to my house, and I'll have it by next week.
Oh, can we do like that would be too
too
tough
much.
to wait. We're both doing this thing.
I'm so excited. And the only reason why is
Welcome.
because I have after many gigs, we teach to put food on the table. The gaming has
Yeah.
to come from somewhere else, and so
Yeah.
I've done all these extra side gigs to
Blood
get money for it.
donations.
Yes, we do love donations.
Plasma.
So anyway, I was really excited because I had said from the beginning that this project I've been working on for the last month was going to be the one that paid for. So we may not have to eat this week, but we will have, like, I got the okay to get that PlayStation. And Glenn will have his back, which means that he and I can still share play and play together.
Yes.
And so that is one of my big news. There you go. Yay.
Yay.
The deed is done. I have joined the Big Kids Club. So other than that, I played Never Alone a lot with my girls. The one that's all about the Eskimos and kind of that
Yeah.
Eskimo tribes, and it's a fun and very like culturally sound game. It's wonderful. I very much enjoy the style of that. Is that one on our list? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is. And if it isn't, it will be.
It's not.
We'll have to add it down
Yeah,
in the
it
list, so we'll
needs to.
cover it. But that was a fantastic one because I was playing with my girls, and it'll stop and give you not even a cutscene. It's almost like you have this in your folder now, or you can go watch this.
Yeah.
And there are fantastic little vignettes of documentary style about these people and how they live. And so it's tying in this real world documentary about living like an Eskimo while you're trying to play this story that's kind of along one of their history. What do you call it? Like a mythology almost.
Yeah,
of
like one of the origin stories.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, loving it. Absolutely loving it. And you get to play as a little girl and a white fox, and you guys
And it's
you
like
work
Child of
together.
Light-esque.
Yes, like in a way, it's much more linear, but you get to like play together. So I was playing with my little.
And now
girls.
we have to make sure that, like, before we do anything, like, we can't tell Jeff that it's Child of Light-esque, because he's like, this will be the most amazing thing ever. And this was not the most amazing thing. You have ruined my hopes.
What did
I
he do
put
that with? There was something that he was just like, no.
Nina Cooney.
Was it? Yeah, he was just like,
Yeah.
it wasn't like Nino at all, right? So to clarify the
Yeah.
esque, it's still kind of a linear platformer, a little puzzler, but the part I love about it is the way they tie in documentary. The video
yeah.
production of it is just like, it's not cutscenes like
Yeah, you aren't
normal
forced.
movies. Yeah, you're not forced to watch
that's
them.
the whole cool part
You
about
play
it.
the game as a game, but to have that interwoven, to me, it's just like starts clicking up here. It's like, what other stories can I tell, adding in this game element? Like,
Yeah.
you still get the story told, you still get to tie that all together. Anyway, that was really exciting for me. That, and then, of course, we played a little bit of Unfinished Swan, trying to relive that. We did it, we finished it about a year and a half ago on the PS3, and so we
Yeah.
picked it up again. The girls love to play with that. And final news, because, well, we have to have some Destiny news. I did not participate in last night's Thunderlordizing of Fogoth. Is that what they said they were doing?
Yeah.
The
Yeah, 'cause
Fogoth thing?
I don't know. Like that came on.
sounded
the little,
dirty.
Like that sounded like that.
Hey, everybody want to Thunderlordize?
Chained.
You're like Thunderlord-ized Fogoth. I'm just like,
touch 'em.
that sounds dirty.
That's everything they do. Want to six man the
scrotums
Crota?
does he have?
It's like, what was-
How many Crotas does he have?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I started an alt. That's my Destiny news. Like I finally I've got my guy up to 30, 31, and he's fine. He's his own little man now. So I've been raising a new one. And this time
He
I've got a
turned
little
18.
warlock. Yeah, I've got a little warlock that I'm
on
playing
his
with.
own.
And I played with Dr. Beat, who listens to the show pretty regularly, and we kind of teamed up together and played some stuff. And then KT joined us with his big character, so we went faster. But
Of course.
it's fun. It's kind of fun. I can't believe that I actually picked up an alt. I mean, that's weird. But here's one that I think, and this is weird because I usually don't buy big games. Destiny was like the only game that I've dropped like $60 on an expansion. But I've been looking at the reviews for Bloodborne.
Me too.
And we can talk about that in new releases, but I've been like,
Interesting.
I might actually
Yeah.
sell some plasma for that one.
Yep.
Yep. All right, that is my week, folks. That is the wrap up of my week. Everything I've ever done.
Here, I'll be Jeff. I'm Jeff Hawks, and I play Destiny a lot.
That was a week.
And I have a little baby on the way.
We didn't. Did you want to? We all participated in a joint activity on Saturday. Do we want to
Oh,
cover
yes,
anything? I mean, that was
absolutely.
kind of big. That was
Yes.
something fun. I'm sorry.
You were there. You were there in
Rachel, I'm
spirit.
like,
So
oh,
what
wait,
are you on
hold on.
Saturday?
We went to your little one's birthday party. It's
Yes,
like,
my
sad.
little one turned 7,
it's awesome.
which was super fun. And she's like sectioned that day out as like the greatest day of her life.
Oh, I'm so glad because it was.
So it was like full Chuck E. Cheese, doing the whole like massive tokens and a pinata. And
many
for the
tokens.
yeah, it was like I think there were more adults there than there were kids. Which
We
was
had fun.
It was fine because like we got tokens too. I'm just like I'm gonna pull this little handle. I'm teaching my child how to gamble. Oh my gosh. Oh.
You can do better. Come on. You'll get this one.
Just do this one. Just one more and you'll get it. Just pop the balloon.
It was super fun. My girls had a good time. So we had my girls there. We had Jeff and his little girl there and his wife. And then KT, producer, came all the way up
Yep.
to party with us. I
Which
thought it was a blast.
So cool.
My wife, Peach, we've never gone there. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I've been when I was a kid, but it's a cesspool of bacteria.
Oh yeah, like
Like, it's just where
what
kids touch
arcades are.
everything. Right? Yeah.
and you were
so-
smart because you brought like this big whole
We did,
thing
like,
of
that's
hand
what we thought.
sanitizer.
Hey, welcome to birthday party. We'd like to contribute a big.
Yep.
We
Guess
got
what?
you.
My little one woke up sick today, and she was like, "Damn it, Chuck E. Cheese!" And I was like, "It was not Chuck E. Cheese." She still blames it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We had- it was
I will,
super fun,
I
though.
will
I don't think it
donate
was
the
true.
cough medicine.
Party too hard.
Well, she also played in her Elsa outfit, which is like this sheer dress of sort. That she played with that outside in the rain for like 40 minutes. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that was it.
And there's no convincing them. It's like,
Right? No, that's
yeah, like yesterday it was like I come home and Layla's in like this super like sundress with like little bitty strappies and like
raining.
I'm just like, child, what's wrong with you? I was like, honey, put something with sleeves on. I need to be free, Mom.
she's so great. No, Bam Bam keeps asking me every day, are we gonna do the Littlest Big Cast? I really want to do the Littlest Big Cast. So, fans and friends, if you want to hear our children talk about games, let us know and we will make something happen because I think they just like to be famous like us. That's
Yes.
what they want. That's what they
Yes.
want. But I had a great time. I thought it was really fun and
Yeah.
we did miss you. We did miss you.
I made lots of frappuccinos and I was very bummed out.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. We live tweeted it. Hey,
It was a lot of tickets. It was just very Vegas-esque.
yes.
Okay, now that that's out, let's move on to something that is next on our list, and that is the news. Drew's news with no blues.
I was like,
So here's the news. We got the big stuff going on. Number one, PlayStation 4 gets its suspend, resume, the external hard drive backups, etc., etc., etc. I believe it's tomorrow. Like the big update 2.5 for the system update is tomorrow.
it's
Yes.
sad that I get
March
that I get
26th. You're
excited
excited?
for updates.
Yeah.
Like,
That's-
what is
it
wrong
sad.
with me? I'm just like, I'm gonna get to update my system. Woo! All the fun
Can't
stuff.
wait.
I have
Like,
no life.
And you and a lot of other people. 'Cause I'll run it down real quick.
all
All the
there.
things you guys. What are the things you're looking forward to? Have you taken
think-
time to see all the things?
I think one cool thing that's going to be really cool is like the Facebook friend finder. So
Yes.
you know, lots of my friends, I see them get trophies on they post on their Facebook and stuff, but I think it's gonna be cool to kind of like use Facebook with my PlayStation.
Right,
I don't
more
know.
than just
More-
seeing.
more,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's weird. It's weird to be like, I know we're Facebook friends, so I follow what you do and you follow what I do. But it's a strange like.
Yeah,
I want to
like-
be your PlayStation friend. Like there's something else there because
Like you have to get across that boundary
Yes.
for it, because
But-
like, nah.
being able to
It's
integrate
creepy.
it to be
Yeah,
searching
you
it
don't
on the
want,
PS4.
you don't want to be creepy.
I'm
so
okay with that, so.
I think that's kind of cool, and just lots of share play stuff that I think lots more.
Yeah, it's supposed to be robust, more robust. Like you can play.
But
60 frames.
my bet my internet speed's not. It won't.
You can't share play. Share play's getting a big boost, but Rachel will not be able to share play.
Yeah. So yay update. Yay.
But
Slow
it's gonna be
internet.
good. The suspend resume we talked about, and then the reconfiguration buttons. All of that's coming in this update. You can share trophies. What else did we talk about? Text to speech. Automatic installation for upgrades. The sub accounts, we've mentioned that in previous news,
Yes.
that sub accounts can become masters once they hit 18
They growed
years.
up.
Yeah, they did grow up. And then you can push video to daily motion now, so that's part of it too. So there's some big updates for number 1.
Oh, and here's the funny thing, like the whole remote play. Like I have my Vita, so I played Borderlands while I was in the bathtub on my Vita. It was so. I was just like, you know what? It was leg day. I need to sit in the bathtub, but I really want to play episode 2. I can fix this problem.
We need more funds. I need a Vita now.
I know,
I
I
just
can
need a
get a
Vita.
Vita.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was really nice.
I don't have a tub that I enjoy sitting in. Like, I have the old school.
I use it, but
Oh, I have.
Plus, with kids, you just don't get tub time. I'm sure you found as much.
Yeah, I just shut the door and hope that things go well.
Yeah, right? You just don't get any time. You wait.
Here are your
You wait.
Skylanders. I'm gonna go.
This is dad tip of the week. You have to lock multiple doors to have any sort of privacy or alone time.
There are levels.
Yeah. It'll be like DEFCON 3. That means that like the closet, the hallway door is locked, the bedroom door and the bathroom door, and dad is busy. I'm busy. Smash time is also my time to catch up on all my internets and things. But no, I still get knocking on the door. And you know what? Something else happened in my week that was amazing. I got out of the shower.
Like you apologize to your mom.
Sorry, everybody. I got out of the shower, and somebody hadn't opened the door in between, so it was still warm.
It was
That
so
hasn't happened
sauna.
for months and months and months.
Oh my
Right?
gosh.
Every time there's a door that opens at some point in there because
You pull back the shower curtain.
yeah, every time. Or the second you step out, all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, the water turned off. I bet that's done." Open the door and all the cold air comes running in. So I was so excited this week. I had one day where everybody was off doing something else, and I stepped out and I was like, "I can stay like this."
My mirrors are steamy.
Yeah, I was like,
I can draw on this.
yeah. Anyway, very cool. That was my 2.5 update when I got my own shower time. News number 2. Moving along. I love tangents. It was a Drew-a-log. Here's number 2. Now this one's kind of cool because we
one's way
love
cool.
all this. I think Jeffy would love this too. Minecraft Mass Effect DLC. When I first read that, I was like, somebody forgot a comma or something.
Yeah,
missing, right?
exactly.
What? Minecraft Mass Effect, it's all caps. What do you mean? No, now available PS4, PS3, and the Vita, they have made a Minecraft DLC that is one of the levels from Mass Effect 3, is that right? Like part of Mass Effect 3. And I think that is so cool.
You need to
because
like see the images to like get the idea, because I wasn't sure like how they did it, but it's just
it looks Minecrafty, but it also is like,
massive, but not Minecrafty. I mean,
So it's the Mars facility
Get
from
it?
Mass Effect 3. You get to craft items and use textures from the whole Mass Effect trilogy in your own world when you build stuff. You got 36 character skins, a bunch of different music tracks for in the game, and then the pattern tracks that give you all the textures for things. Texture pack is like $1, and everything else is like $4. So if you're a Minecrafter, this is kind of a cool like refresh. I have not gotten Minecraft for my little girl. Do you have it on your PS4?
I have it on the Xbox.
Just on the, so she play? I mean, you noticed
We're
that
in the
she got-
process of teaching her how to.
Yeah.
So she's like, "There's a tutorial level. Mom, there's too much reading." Like, well, then that's good motivation, isn't it?
That's awesome. That's my 8-year-old. Same thing. It was the reading, I think, on the iPad and on the games that she was just like, I want to learn to read that. So this is
It's
good.
like, you're gonna have to get through this. Okay, I can read the small words, Mom.
So that's awesome. My little girl begs and begs to play Minecraft, and I never let her.
I didn't have the patience to do it. I tried I worked at the Boys and Girls Club for a little bit, and they all play it, and I tried getting into it.
Really?
And all my friends would like build crazy things, and they'd ask me, and then I started playing, and I was like, you need to get this to get the wood, but you need the silver to get this, and then in order to get the silver, you need a shovel, but in order to the shovel, you need the wood again, and I'm like,
It's like life.
let's
It's
not
like
do
life.
this. I don't. But I have a 6-year-old nephew who has tons of skins on his Kindle, I think, and he showed them all. Do you want to see the glass skin? Oh, sure. Do you want to see the sand skin?
Go for
All
it,
right,
sweetie.
let's show me what you got. So yeah.
Cam was like, look, I want to know how to read a book. I was like, you just stand next to the bookcase. She says, no, I think you can read a book. And I was like, no, it's a joke. Just you can look like you're reading a book. That's all you get. Like I don't know enough about it to help her, but I think it's a fun build game. More news.
Yay!
Yay, more news.
This one's nice.
This one is cool. So this one is kind of cool.
Yeah.
God of War 3 remastered on its way to PlayStation 4. So remastered usually means nice pretty frame rates and you add more pixels in. Right? I did my big pixel discussion today and everybody fell asleep, but you get to add more pixels and remaster the whole thing. So yes, excited. Any other thoughts?
I think it would be cooler as a trilogy. I think if they're like, here's the Kratos value, because it would be cool to play. I love the series so much. I would love to play all of them with
the
that
handsome
beauty.
Kratos
with
pack.
all of it. That's what they should call it. Yeah, no,
That's
for
hot.
sure. He's perfect. He's a family man. He's tough. He's great. So, but I'm excited. It's true though.
He's a psychotic killer. He's descended
That's
into
just my
Hades.
type. Let's, no big deal.
Swam in the
You
river
know.
Styx. I'm like, just think of like his resume at this point. It's
Great. He's done many things.
So it's on its way July 14th. That's cool. I agree with you. I think as a whole trilogy, I'd pick up the whole set and play them just because it's be good looking.
But it's a start.
It is a start.
It's like going backwards.
It's okay.
Let's just give him 3. Let's just give him number 3.
It's a good start. It's a good start. News number 4 for today: Sony's PlayStation 4, which we all love and know and talk about all day, every day,
And soon we'll all own.
and we'll soon all own. Awesome, is now on sale in China. We've covered that. It happened. You can get the PlayStation 4 in China now.
Welcome to the club, China.
It's nice to have you. However, the sad news of all of this, and this was like 2 days ago that they opened that up, and I think Xbox got in there clear back last September or something when they lifted the restrictions. But here's the saddest. Excuse me, there are only 6 games that you can play when you buy the PS4. There are only 6. Should we talk about those 6? I don't even know.
What are they? I didn't
Knack.
even-
So Knack was one of the ones that came out on the
Okay.
other one, so everybody's got Knack anyway.
The flop that was.
But it didn't go
it's like
anywhere.
the big ball of depression. Yeah.
My girl loves it.
Well, that
But
because,
because there's nothing else out
Because
there.
it felt like a PlayStation 2 game.
That's true, it did. So there's Knack, there's Dynasty Warriors 8, Trials Fusion, Rayman Legends, King of Wushu, and Mr. Pumpkin's Adventure.
King of what?
Wushu.
Is that how they say it?
It's a banana slipper because when you step on it, you go wushu. I don't know. I only recognize a few of those. Do you guys recognize any of those? Are they
Just-
special titles for the other market?
They might be.
Mr. Pumpkin's Adventure, I can totally get on
Mr.
board with that.
Does it have to be like approved by the government? to
All of
be,
yes, that's the
like-
only way that they can get them. That means no GTA, no Final Fantasy, no FIFA, like none of these things because of violence and other things. They have like locked it down.
But Dynasty Warriors.
Apparently,
Dynasty Warriors.
because the right people win. I don't know why. Like they probably like formatted the whole thing and they're like,
That makes sense.
right, this is the game that's okay because
It's
'Cause I was wondering,
inspiring.
It's like the greatness that is Dynasty Warriors, and the right people win, apparently.
that's why it's allowed. Dynasty Warriors 8. How we got to where we are. But that's, I don't know, it's kind of sad. Obviously, there are black market offerings, so people can get PS4s, can get the other games. They can get one that's will play other games, pirated versions, etc. They've probably been out
There'll be
about
ways.
for a while.
There will be ways, yeah.
I remember coming home from the Philippines, and one of the last stops I made was in a mall to pick up all kinds of, I don't know if I should admit this, but bootlegged versions of games that I was going to come home and play. And it was like, I can get, I think it was Final Fantasy 9 or 10, it was something like that. No. But I remember getting it for like $5 on cartridge, like whatever it was. It wasn't cartridge, it was disc.
My personal favorite is like looking at all the covers of the bootlegged stuff.
Yep. So good.
Why?
And our final news for the news block today is that Hideo Kojima is expected to be leaving Konami. As soon as Metal Gear Solid 5 is out, Phantom Pain is out and done. It's been rumored. They have like an anonymous inside source. You guys read this, and we kind of talked about it on our back channel.
I don't know. He's done like a disappearing act too. It's like he's been like stealth ninja mode. Like he's like done all of the things with Metal Gear Solid with like you can't see me.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Deuces. I'm off the grid.
But it's almost, the question is why? And this article that we've got from GameSpot is kind of leaning towards this idea that there's a fallout, and so they're actually like relegating these guys that were in charge of Kojima Productions, and they're working really tightly with Konami, and all of a sudden it's like, no, you guys are now just freelance contractors, and we're not using you for showing, and so it's almost like they're saying, "You're not our face anymore," which is, I don't know how you do that. It's Hideo Kojima.
What?
That's our honest opinion. So I think the interesting thing would be like, where does he go from here? What does he do? He hangs out until Metal Gear's off, and he has some sort of non-compete thing over with, and he comes back with something else.
Buy an
Takes his
island.
money and he pieces out.
Yeah, right. That's a good one, guys. Thanks.
You're on top.
And the guy's only like 51. He's been with Konami for 30 years or more. Like,
Time to date around.
yeah, time to date around.
I'm ready to move
You
on.
go, boy.
Yeah.
Find yourself something new. Maybe even start your own dating circle or whatever. Like, be whatever. He could take himself and be like his own little. Take that Kojima Productions and make it. I think people would buy Kojima games like that.
Oh, yeah.
I think. Oh yeah. And that, my friends,
We'll see.
is the news.
Yes, Kojima games expected.
Let's do some new releases.
You're
Are you
gonna
ready?
sing the indie game.
No, not new releases first, and then I'll sing. I'm prepping up for it.
Okay.
I've been
Now I've got 10
warming up the
minutes.
pipes.
Let's do it. Sweet. Okay, so something's coming up. It's March 25th. So, Arcade Archives Mania Exciting Hour for the PlayStation 4. There's the PlayStation 4 releases. Yes, Bloodborne.
Bloodborne. I think I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
It's gotten some good reviews.
Right, and it's gone gold. Borderlands: The Handsome Collection, Metal Slug 3, Slender: The Arrival, Yorby Episode 1, Playbacks: A Bolt.
Payback's a bolt. A bolt.
For PlayStation 3, all there is Metal Slug 3.
That's all you get out of this one.
It.
That's why it's time to move on to the PS4s.
True, finally.
More.
For the Vita, we have 2013 of Infected Wars. It's 2014, right?
Yeah.
I do
that's
believe
weird.
so.
Curiosity.
So,
Unless there was some infected war in 2013 we're trying to relive. I don't know.
Damascus Gear Operation Tokyo, Lego Ninjago, Shadow of Ronin, and Metal Slug 3. For Digital Classics, we have Armored Core and Dead or Alive 2.
Hardcore. That's a lot of stuff.
Extreme.
One of our listeners wants to know what our thoughts on Bloodborne. Have you guys watched any gameplay on it? Have you followed anything? I watched some Twitch.
I've
I
seen
don't
a
have
little
interest.
bit of it, and
You have what?
No.
Wow, really?
And I'm not. It's not. It's gonna frustrate me. It's gonna make me too mad.
yeah. It to me it seems interesting. I've seen a lot of reviews where it's like they start playing, it's like, this is the coolest thing ever, and then they get into like the next day of playing it, and one of the reviews said like, this is just getting sloppy, guys.
Oh,
Like,
really?
So
Metacritic has it like a 90. I mean,
Like a
it's
bajillion.
Yeah, it's way up there, and it's. I mean, everybody's like, there's like 44 reviews that are all like 5 stars. It's or 4.5 out of 5, so it's huge.
Yeah.
The stuff I watched was very gory, but it wasn't like. It was almost like
Bloodborne-y?
you slash somebody and blood just squirts everywhere just for the sake of squirting blood, like to show you got a hit. But visually, it was really pretty, and it was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably play it. I hope there's some sort of like 60-minute demo or something, because I think I could do that. I like the RPG style, and I love the fantasy side more than I really love Aliens and the Destiny side. And I'm hoping they're similar in that way.
Yeah,
But
I can understand.
those are my thoughts on the Bloodborns. But let's take our last 6 minutes together, because we have adult things to do. So
I know.
sorry.
I'm so sorry.
And let us talk about our indie game. It's the indie game. It's the indie game of the week.
Yeah. This is why I don't dance in public.
Go ahead, Robin. What do you got?
We have Unfinished Swan, as we have kind of alluded to with the things that we've been doing this week, because we love doing our research. The publisher was Sony Computer Entertainment, and the developer was Giant Sparrow, so one of the little incubator studios inside. It walks away with a Metacritic score of an 83, so use that as we are going to dissect it. So shall I launch into the story?
Sure, give us a quick story.
Launcher.
Enter the surreal world of the Unfinished Swan and explore a mysterious hidden kingdom. Your journey will be led by a runaway swan who guides you through strange levels filled with bizarre creatures. Discover the land through innovative new game mechanics such as splattering paint on a white surface to uncover your surroundings, which was fun! Each level will bring new twists, challenges, and puzzles until you eventually come face to face with the eccentric king that built this realm. Bum bum bum. So
I never knew what a swan sounded like until I played this game. I thought it was a goose for a really long
Yeah.
time. It's like,
See?
follow the goose.
They're very much. Yeah.
It squawks. So yeah, what did you guys think? You guys have played it before. I played it for the first time. Just
Okay,
this
so
past
what
week.
was your first fresh impressions?
So the first when the game first started, I thought that there was a glitch in the game because it was just a white screen with a little dot in the middle of it, and I was like,
I got a bum
"What's wrong?" Yeah, I was mad. So I started moving my analog sticks, and I heard someone walking, and I was like, "This is weird." So it's an indie game, so there wasn't a tutorial, there wasn't anything. So there's just a white screen, and I hear footsteps, and I was going to restart it. But my reaction was to push the trackpad for some reason. So I pressed the trackpad, and it black. Yeah, and I was like, oh. So for the longest time, I was playing the game using my trackpad, throwing splatter balls, and that
I
Mm.
didn't
was
even try the trackpad.
First person splatter.
So it was kind of. I was getting annoyed because like you would press the trackpad with your right, and then you'd have to move your hand to go back to the stick to move around, and then that. So I was kind of getting annoyed. Then I eventually started pushing other buttons, and I found out you can use the triggers. And once I got that, it became a lot smoother, and I was a lot happier with it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was like innocent. It was cute. It was really cute with the balloon. I liked it a lot. I did get a little bored after a while, just constantly throwing paint. Like I don't know. It was fun, but my hands are, you know.
You can only throw paint for
You
so
can only
long.
throw paint for so long.
Slinging
It's definitely.
paint.
I don't think I could beat the whole game in one sitting. After about 30 minutes, I was kind of
How
like.
many
I need a
chapters
break.
did you go?
I think I got 3.
Did you get through the labyrinth into the castle?
Yes.
Yeah, that one just.
Yeah, and then once there was a little bit of color too, it kind of became visually, but it started to hurt my eyes after a while. Actually, the first level
Perspective
because it's
of
just
everything,
black
like-
and white,
What is
Hello, high contrast.
and then it's too much black, and then you can't see it anymore, and then it's not enough, and and
That's what.
it was really artsy.
Yeah, it's kind
You
of
know?
fun
Yeah,
to see that way.
Yeah, it did feel like it felt like this was one of like it started off as an idea for someone's game art development project for game design school. It's like, oh, I have
Yeah,
this
it can-
really
yeah.
like it's very much built on the controls. It's like I have this one idea, and this one idea is that we are going to have the surroundings be revealed by throwing splatter balls all over the place, and then kind of figuring out like where these things hit is where the depth and
Where you
I can
walk and
actually
where you go,
get to.
yeah.
It's like, oh, this is a really cool idea, but yeah, in one sitting, I don't think it's
Yeah, it
definitely
was-
not a one sitting game because then you're just like trying to peel your eyes back, trying to make this work. I thought that it's a 2-sitting game because it's really short.
Yeah.
But they try to throw like this big twist in at the end. It's like, well, I saw this one coming a mile away. Like, don't even start. But I thought it was a really unique way for them to try to explain their ideas and involve you in actually creating that world.
Right.
Instead of like, I made this walk through the labyrinth. It's like, well, I didn't throw my little splatter ball over here, so I didn't see that this was an exit over here.
Right.
So I just thought that was pretty cool.
That was tricky and fun. I like after that first bit of throwing balls and paint, there's the other levels where you get different things, right? There's a
Yeah.
level where you do nothing but throw water and grow vines, and you're
Right.
crawling around the outside of the castle on vines that you're spraying down so that they grow in the places where you want them to grow, so you can continue to climb around different parts of the building and all that. So that I thought was fun. And then there's even one that I played before. I didn't quite get there this time, but you draw boxes and blocks. You remember that? You draw
Yeah,
parts
yeah.
and pieces, and then you push them off into the river and then climb up onto them and float them around. So you are actually creating things that you can pick up and move around. So it comes, again, almost like this, like you were saying, like a game design studio of sorts. It was like, this is fun, but the different levels had like different elements of that same,
Right.
like, what if we did this? I thought cohesively they kind of ran together really well because it was kind of a fun, like, magical way to kind of interact with all the different games. And like you said, when you got to the castle and there's more color, there's more things going on, it gets like even darker. Like you have to hit lights as you're floating down rivers to turn on the lights so that you can see things. But when I played with Glenn, I had Glenn play with the girls while I was making dinner. We had delicious dinner. So this is the night
looked great.
when my wife goes to classes, and so he was like, "You want to grill some chicken?" I was like, "Yeah," because anytime we can eat food. He brings over dragon fruit and star apples and stuff. Like, it was just, sorry, it was awesome.
I get pizza.
It was so awesome. But he was being very cautious about where he's throwing paint. So after all the girls went to bed and I started playing myself, I was double trigger. I was like, and I was shooting everything with paint.
But then
and
you had like an all black thing,
it-
and you can't
I
figure out where to go.
I was like, not all black things, but I got probably way more than he did, but I was able to run faster, I think, because I was like spraying things and then I'd run down the hallway and then spray more things and run down. So I was very much faster.
Because I'm at, like, being with my mentality, like, my initial reaction was to cover everything with the paint. Because I was like, well, hit everything, make it all black. But after I started making them all black, I'm like, now it's the opposite. Now I still can't see anything.
Which I thought that was super fun. So, what would you rate it? What would you give it numbers? 83 on Metacritic. Where would you lay it?
For what it is, for it being a short indie game driven by controls and the concept, I think it was solid. It was solidly done. It was the right length. Like, I didn't feel like I was getting taxed too much with it. So I would say, like, right around, like, an 88, 90-ish.
Rachel?
I would give it 75. Maybe, I don't know if it's because I didn't get as far, but I think it was just a little too...
You were too trigger happy. You threw too much paint.
I know, I guess,
That's all right.
I know.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I think I'd be up with you. Probably 88s, 89s, 90s. I really enjoyed it. I liked the fresh breath of fresh air. It was a new way of style.
Right.
It wasn't, like, I wasn't worried about things. It was kind of a creative exploration.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until later that it was like, don't fall down there, you get eaten by a shark. But you still, restart the same place. So that's kind of fun. But that, my friends, is our show for episode 47. We have to say goodbye to Ramen because she's got important things to do.
Sorry.
So quickly, make sure that you follow each of us on Twitter. We are at LittleBigKast on Twitter. You can follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/LittleBigKast. If you're watching us there, make sure you subscribe and follow us there. And you can follow me at Night20 on Twitter. Rachel Hernandez.
Pirate Rachel with a 3 instead of an E.
And Robin Hazlett.
So make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on iTunes,
All of it.
and do all that stuff so that you can keep track of all the fun things that we do every week. And thank you for watching episode 47.
Goodbye.